You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it in front of the Kop.
Yes, hello people and welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. I'm back in Liverpool, as you can see, the incredible Radio City Tower behind me. I'm not only in the flat in Liverpool, I'm not on the rooftop, I'm in the flat. This is literally my balcony, so it doesn't get much better than this, people. So make sure you're liking that video, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Big news today, right? I've been asking the question, when do Liverpool get that other midfielder over the line? When does the next man come in? And we have heard from David Ornstein in the last hour that Southampton have turned down, right, an opening offer from Liverpool for Romeo Lavia. Liverpool proposal was thought to be around the £37 million mark, rejected by Southampton as they seek a fee of around £50 million. The personal terms for the 19-year-old Belgian midfielder, not an issue. This is a key part of this news today. He wants to join, right? There's no doubt about that. He wants to join. The club want him. And personal terms, I think he's on around £20,000 a week at Southampton. We can quadruple that and still he'd be very happy and over the moon with that offer. I'm reckoning it will be around 80,000 per week in terms of the personal terms that we've offered. So that asks the question, how much is it going to cost to get this deal over the line? And I'm asking you at home, 50 million, is that what they want? Is that what you want to pay? Of course it isn't our money, but at the same time, should we be going in for Lavia for more than the £37 million offered? Liverpool don't traditionally get into bidding wars. We know that there's other clubs that want Lavia. But at this stage right now, the opening offer has been rejected. Now, do you go back in for a 40, a 42, a 43? Or do you just bite the bullet and go right in and give him 50 million? I think at this stage right now, and let's look at the date. It's the 25th of June. There's around about just over a month to go of the transfer window. At this stage, and I've said it so many times, you want your midfielders to be coming in and getting as much pre-season as they can. So at this stage, I'm happy to pay the 50, get it done. If that's what they want, pay it. There's no scrimping and scraping when it comes to CDMs. We've seen how valuable they can be. I think we paid 40 for Fabinho 5 years ago. City went out and spent 60 on Rodri a couple years ago. We've seen Declan Rice go for 100 mil. So I think if we can, and again, I'm excited by the clips. We all saw him shine really for Southampton last season. We've all seen the great clips of him, you know, at the Emirates at Old Trafford doing what he does best, which is winning the ball, taking the ball, box to box, but mainly a central defensive midfielder, can score, can pop up and score too. I saw him score a really nice finish against Chelsea. And this is what these guys cost. If anything, 37 million is a little bit of a piss take from Liverpool in terms of, we know that they wanted 50, let's go in with this offer. Now, does this get the ears and the eyes up of other clubs who are also looking to buy the midfielder? Can they almost blow us out the water and say, well, here's the 50, if that's what you want, we'll give it to you? That's happened to Liverpool in the past. But right now, knowing that the personal terms aren't or won't be an issue, Liverpool just have to get this one through as quickly as possible. None of this messing around, none of this, oh, will you take 40? No, if they want 50, let's just not waste time, because this kid, he's 19 years old, people. He will be worth at least double that if he plays his cards right in 2 to 3 years. Not that we should be looking to sell on at all, but at the same time, at this stage, get the deal done as soon as possible, get him in, and then hopefully he integrates nicely with all the other lads that we've seen starting training. And McAllister's looked really good so far, so has Szoboszlai. Slight ankle injury for him at the moment. But Liverpool's midfield rebuild is fully about to be completed if we can go back in and give them the money that they want for Lavia. And again, he's a player that has only played 20, 30 odd games in the Premier League, but sometimes you don't need to see that much from a player to know what he's capable of. And I think ticks the boxes in terms of age, price. I mean, we were looking at the Palhinhas, the Doucourés of the world. These guys are 70, 80, 90 million plus, right? This is the guy that we should be aiming to get, and Liverpool have made their move. And Liverpool don't just make a move and not follow through. Normally, the player has spoken to Klopp, they understand the rights and they understand what they're going to be needed for next season. I think that bit's all done and dusted. Right now it's a case of, can we up that fee, that initial fee, which will be staggered. We wouldn't pay that all up front, that's typical Liverpool. But that fee, we need to up it by 13 million. So let me know how you feel according to that. again, just to reiterate for you if you just joined the video now, even though it isn't live, Southampton have turned down a bid of £37 million for Romeo Lavia, but Liverpool have returned with a counter offer to Southampton, according to reports. Now, again, do you go in at 45? Do you just give them the 50? It's down to Liverpool and Southampton to sort that out. But the good news is that at least we know that there's no issues with the personal terms. Sky as well saying Southampton rejected a bid thought to be worth 40 million. So we're hearing 37, we're hearing 40. Southampton are understood to be holding out for 50 million. But one source has told Sky Sports News that Chelsea are also interested and are keeping an eye on his situation, which actually has a knock-on effect into the Caicedo deal. Now, if Chelsea don't get him and they come and blow us out the water and get Lavia, then we could go back in for Caicedo. But I don't think the funds are going to be there, and I think if Brighton can see that Chelsea aren't going to pay that money for Caicedo, then they almost definitely know that Liverpool certainly aren't as well, and they're asking for 70, 80, 90 plus. So again, not up for that, if I'm honest. Let's get this Lavia deal across the line, and then he will be playing against Chelsea on the first day of the season. In terms of the under-24 Premier League central midfielders duelists, this is a stat that I've got here from Sakua God, who's a big statistician on Twitter. In terms of that's my ball, he said that's my effing ball zone, and what he means is he's talking about the 3 top players in the Premier League that win you that money back in terms of win you that ball back in terms of defensive duels won and offensive duels won. The best out of all of them happens to be Declan Rice. The second best out of all of them happens to be Romeo Lavia, and the third best happens to be Moises Caicedo. Now, Declan Rice obviously long gone in terms of availability. You also see McAllister, Harvey Elliott there, Damsgaard, Camara, Samure for Leicester, Conor Gallagher, Mateus Nunes, who we've also been linked with in the past. But this one is, it's all Liverpool, it's all over. It's what we need. There is no doubt that this player is what we need, so no messing around. I don't want to hear about third bid, fourth bid. We know the price. That's actually not too bad in terms of this day and age. If you're looking at midfielders to come in and play that role, you're looking at, for the top clubs, it's 40 to 60. Now, if we can get him for 50, I'm happy with that. He's 19, so many years to improve. Fabrizio Romano again telling us that Jason Wilcox is leading the talks now for Southampton and insists on a £50 million package deal. He remains one of the top candidates in the LFC list. Now, we're hearing 37, we're hearing 40, we hear that they want 50. We're clever, we know how to put these packages together, we can stagger the payments, we can put add-ons. So I don't think that will necessarily be an issue for Liverpool, but again, time is of the essence now. You want him to settle in and become accustomed to that Liverpool midfield, which is totally new, right? There's no old bits coming in to help with the new bits. No, the whole thing is new. The 3 starters that we're looking to buy, Lavia, Szoboszlai and McAllister, they have to almost be brothers in this midfield triangle that we're going to have next season. So a big fan of that. We're also hearing, guys, that Fabinho could be jeopardised. The move could be jeopardised. Now again, that asks the question, well, if we keep Fabinho, do we need Lavia? Right? There's so many moving parts here, but what we're hearing, again, from David Ornstein, I'll just go on it now to triple confirm it for you, but he tweeted today that the Fabinho transfer to Al Ittihad is in jeopardy. Talks are ongoing and all parties are committed to the deal, but there is a delay. We heard it was to do with dogs. And maybe because of this delay, the 29-year-old will resume LFC training on Wednesday, unless a breakthrough has been made before that. We're on Tuesday night now. But he says this has absolutely nothing to do with the dogs. Right? There's a lot of stories yesterday that were saying that Saudi Arabia have banned French bulldogs. Fabinho has 2 of them. So is there a chance that he now doesn't go there? It is in jeopardy. Now, again, Lavia, Fabinho, whatever does happen, we're bringing Lavia in. I don't care. Even if Fabinho stays, we still need him almost to learn from Fabinho. Henderson's deal will be confirmed by the end of this week, and hopefully the Fabinho one gets sorted, and hopefully the Lavia one gets sorted as well. But I had to come and bring you this on the radar, this breaking news that Liverpool have had the first bid rejected by Southampton. They're holding out for 50 million. Guys, a very exciting video coming to the channel tomorrow. It's actually involving Tegan. We're going to do a little LFC quiz and try and involve her a little bit more in the channel this season and teach her more things, right? She knows a little bit about Liverpool, but not enough. So that's my job and your job to help support that content and get it out there. So looking forward to that tomorrow. Next week, Hot Topics will be back. Myself and Mario will be broadcasting to you from a new studio, right? We're changing things up slightly. We're going to be in a new studio in Liverpool. Really looking forward to that and looking forward to your support, of course. But just to round it off for you, Lavia, first bid rejected, Fabinho's move in jeopardy. How does that then affect the Lavia deal? And if the Lavia deal is out of our reach, does that affect Caicedo? Should we go and hijack that deal? But there's your roundup, your 10-minute roundup here on the Kop TV. Smash that like video, people. Comment with your thoughts and subscribe to the best channel.